Welcome back to Tales of Thailand. Today's story comes from one of our subscribers, Rory from Scotland. Rory shares a deeply personal reflection on his time in the land of smiles. A story about connection, understanding, and how Thailand has a way of revealing truths we often overlook in ourselves. What begins as a journey for adventure slowly transforms into something much more profound. A meditation on loneliness, kindness, and the moments of genuine human connection that remind us what we're truly searching for. Thailand has a certain rhythm, a pulse that beats beneath the heat and the humidity. It's in the markets that wake before dawn, in the laughter echoing down side streets, and in the hum of motorcycles weaving through traffic under neon skies. To the outside world, the land of smiles is a paradise of beaches and temples. But to those who linger a bit longer, who listen closely, Thailand reveals something more intimate, a country full of stories about longing, survival, and connection. When I first came here, I thought I understood what I was looking for. Adventure, freedom, maybe even a little escape. But Thailand has a way of holding up a mirror. It makes you see what you're really chasing, even if you didn't realize you'd lost it. For me, it wasn't about running away from home. It was about searching for something real, a feeling that had quietly faded over the years back in the West. You see, life back home can become predictable. Every day starts to feel pre-packaged. Deadlines, routines, polite smiles that don't mean much. Over time, a subtle emptiness creeps in. But here, under the soft glow of lanterns and the buzz of night markets, conversations feel more spontaneous, more human. You start to connect with people who aren't rushing to impress you or analyze you. They're just present. I've sat at outdoor bars where the sound of clinking beer bottles competes with the distant strumming of Thai guitars. And I've spoken with people who've seen every side of life. Expatriates with broken dreams, locals working 2 jobs to send money back to their families in the provinces, travelers who came for a week and never left. It's a crossroads for souls from every corner of the world, each carrying their own quiet burdens. Some of the most profound conversations I've had here weren't with other foreigners, but with locals who shared their struggles with honesty and humor. There's a quiet dignity in how many people here face hardship. Never bitter, just resilient. It's humbling. You begin to see that behind every warm smile is a story of persistence. And through those encounters, you start reflecting on your own life. Over time, I met women working in nightlife hospitality and service. Women whose world is often misunderstood by outsiders. Many of them come from small towns up north, leaving their families behind to find opportunity in Bangkok or Pattaya. They support their parents, their children, their siblings, often sending home almost everything they earn. It's not an easy life, yet they carry themselves with grace that puts many of us to shame. One night, I found myself sitting across from a woman who told me about her little boy living with grandparents in Isan, the rural heart of Thailand. She hadn't seen him for 6 months, but sent money home every week. We sat in silence for a while, the noise of the city fading around us. That moment, there was no transaction, just 2 people talking, 2 strangers trying to understand one another. And it struck me that sometimes what we're all yearning for isn't pleasure or distraction. It's simple, human connection. As the months went by, I realized that Thailand was teaching me something subtle but valuable. That empathy comes from truly seeing people beyond appearances, beyond assumptions. It's easy to judge a place like this on surface impressions, the bright lights, the late nights, the endless laughter. But underneath, there's tenderness, exhaustion, and the universal human need to feel valued. I often walk home after midnight, when the streets start to empty and the air cools just enough to breathe easily. That's when I notice the details. Monks collecting morning alms, food vendors cleaning up after another long day, taxi drivers sleeping in their cars. There's something peaceful about it, something grounding. It's as if the city finally exhales. And amid that calm, I feel a quiet gratitude, not just for where I am, but for what being here has shown me about myself. Thailand, for all its beauty and contradictions, has this uncanny ability to open your heart if you let it. It reminds you that kindness doesn't need translation, that vulnerability is universal, and that sometimes the briefest connections can leave the deepest marks. I came here looking for adventure, but what I found was something far more meaningful. A deeper understanding of people, of compassion, of what it means to truly see another soul. And maybe that's the real magic of this place. It doesn't just show you its light, it invites you to confront your own. So that was Rory's story. A heartfelt look at how Thailand can touch the soul in unexpected ways. It's not always the beaches or the temples that stay with us. Sometimes it's the quiet moments, the faces we meet, and the emotions we didn't know we still carried. What do you think? Have you ever experienced a connection on your travels that made you see life a little differently? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to give the video a like, subscribe to Tales of Thailand, and tap the notification bell so you don't miss the next episode. Until next time, thanks for watching, and keep collecting your own tales of Thailand.